Welcome back to the Real AFTV podcast show about fishing random takes from the land. You're in the random take, and I'm not crying. You are.
Yeah.
Oh, we just had a good laugh. It was so much that we're crying. So if you hear some sniffles and you're watching the video and you're like, God, those guys go get fucking high on the break. Yeah, we did. Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna do this one high.
Yeah. High on our own supply, bro.
Tim, it was a well-written joke. It was very funny. I love that you caught yourself off guard with it because you're looking back at old notes.
I was just randomly reading back some old notes and hit a joke that got me laughing hard because I forgot that I wrote it. I'm just like, what the fuck is this? Oh, got us out of nowhere.
Oh, it was good. Yeah. It was good. But that's not what we're going to talk about. Well, I mean, maybe, but we're going to
We're also both just sipping on water. We're not high.
Right. We are not. No. Oh, it's funny. We're totally sober, but that's what makes it even funnier.
Yep.
Tim, here, I got a sound bite for us here. That's a beat.
Through fireworks.
Yeah.
I heard it. That first part sounded like a boss battle on an original Nintendo.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. That sounded sick.
Yeah. It's a fucking really cool beat. I didn't make it. It's
Is it an actual song or just a beat?
No, it's an actual song. Watsky, I don't know if you've ever heard of him. He came up on YouTube. Yeah. It's off his records. Like it's part of it's not a YouTube song, really. You know, he made records.
Yeah.
So it's off of there. And yeah, every time that beat's always gotten me. And I was like, damn, that fucking beat is cool. So I thought, hey, we're talking about the 4th of July. I'm gonna go fucking grab a snip of that beat quick and
hell yeah.
Yeah.
I have to look into it. I don't know that song.
Yeah, it's just called Fireworks. And it's Watsky.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Pretty simple. I mean, it's not about fireworks, but like you heard the beat.
Right.
Yeah, it's dope.
Yeah.
Dude, talk about the 4th of July. So my daughter isn't very fond of sudden loud noises. I don't know that most kids are. So I don't know that we'll be getting to the fireworks again this year, but she's also only 3 something.
Yeah.
I was like, but your son is 5 now. Are we now getting
6.
into 6? Oh my God, that's right. My bad.
Yeah, it's okay. It's not just barely into the 6, but yeah, he's 6.
Right.
And he's all about it.
Yeah.
And this year we're going to, he's a boy, dude. We blow shit up.
Like he's, yeah.
So we're going to Brainerd this year for the first time because we have that 4-day weekend.
Yeah.
Which if you were in the first half, you heard. If you didn't, I got a 4-day weekend, which is,
for the 4th. Oh,
but
so many
the
4th.
Four. We're going to be fishing and stuff. But that night, Brainerd is one of my favorite ones because if you know where to sit, watching him from a distance is cool. I wouldn't say that their fireworks display is remarkably better than anybody else's. It's definitely a big city firework display. It's an impressive display. But the part I love about theirs is where they have it set up. There's a hillside that you can go and the hillside's steep enough that you kind of can just lay down on it while you're looking up.
No way.
And the fireworks, the way they're launched, they're almost directly above you.
Sweet.
Which is really dope unless there's a light breeze coming at you. Because those years it sucks. All the shit's falling on your face.
Oh my God, you're that close?
Yeah, it's
even if there's just a nice breeze.
It's not sparks and stuff, but it's the shit
all the ash.
It's shit that blows up. So you got shit landing on your face. Yeah.
Whoa.
I mean, it's probably a good maybe 1.5 to 2 football fields away.
Okay.
But the way, they're
that high up with when it's ash
yeah.
just getting blown in the, slight breeze, it's going to go far.
100%.
And that's
just
woo.
Doosh.
You feel those
You know?
motherfuckers, don't you?
Yeah. Hell yeah. You feel it in your chest every time it launches off. Bow.
Damn, dude.
Yeah. And they always have like a concert of, I don't know if it's, I think it's some tribute band or whatever, but they're like, it's at this high school that they set it up. They have this like low point, and
almost
that's
amphitheater
where they
kind of,
but it's like naturally occurring almost.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's just like this steep hill, and then there's just this flat spot, and the flat spot's where they set up all the fireworks.
Nice.
And then off to the side, there's like a racing, like a run, you know, like the track where you go around it 4 times as a mile.
Oh yeah, like a track, just like a high school track, a school track, Olympic track, whatever you want to say.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
And in the middle, they'll set up like a stage, and there's people that like gather around that, and there's like a couple like food vendors and stuff.
Oh, sweet.
So it's kind of cool. So you can go down there and be like, you know, grab a snow cone, some cheese curds, whatever, get your shit, like just kind of snack. I always go down there and like grab a, you know, big thing of kettle corn, just kind of like snack on it as you're waiting for shit to go down. And yeah, it's a nice setup. I really.
God, this is all now sounding familiar.
I don't know if you were there.
I feel like I might have went. I feel like I might have went once with you guys. Yeah, I don't know.
Totally could have been. I don't know. I've definitely had a couple other people come with me.
Sure. It just it's like such a fade, like a far fading memory. But you're starting to say things now where it's like, man, that sounds really familiar. Anyways, yeah.
There's a couple different times that different people have been with us, and I just don't remember very well who they all were.
Like
where I'm like, I know.
I don't even remember if I was there for sure or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like, as you're saying it, I'm sort of forming a picture in my head, and I'm wondering, but I don't remember who was all there. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't remember either how it was set up, but whatever, dude.
Yeah.
We had different people go with us because I've always been like, dude, if you get a chance, you got to come to this fireworks show.
Sounds cool. And the AC/DC tribute band in the fucking middle of the field.
Yeah. Yep. Plus, as you're walking there, you get random guys in their garage. There's one dude that normally is there with like got the amp and his guitar set up, and he just keeps like ripping the Star Spangled Banner.
Oh,
and his electric guitar,
Hendrix style, dude. No way.
Fuck yeah, dude! Is you just some dude that keeps ripping it over and over. I'm sure, because every time I walk by, I hear him playing it. So I'm sure
he's just doing it all day. He's just fucking dropped acid and
hell yeah,
played the Star Spangled Banner on his.
He knows how to play the one song, and he just keeps ripping it.
That's great.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude.
That sounds awesome. And you guys are like, have you been there before? Have you guys been there before with your son? I mean, has your family? Okay. Sweet.
No.
Sweet.
We have not been there with him to this because,
well, I mean,
the
he's only
other
6,
years,
so like,
fresh. And it's always been, we haven't, like in recent years, the 5th, we've always had to work.
Oh, right.
So this is the first year where we have that next day off where we'll be able to go up there.
Yeah.
So we've always been watching the fireworks in St. Cloud, which was fine, but it was like we'd be in like a parking garage where we knew we could escape well. There's a parking garage kind of close that you can go to the top floor of and watch the fireworks from there.
Yeah.
And it's a decent show.
Sure.
But it's from a distance, and you don't get to see, like, you can hear certain parts where it's like, and you're like, oh shit, there's some cool stuff going on way lower that we can't see.
Yeah, because those ones don't go up high. Yeah.
So this this year,
sweet.
I don't know if Braxton's ever been, my nephew, I don't know if he's ever been to him either.
Really?
And he's coming with us. Yeah.
Because he's at the cabin with you guys all the time. So I just assumed that he had gone. So kick ass.
I just don't think you know, when he was younger, I don't know if my parents never wanted to go or what. I can't remember. But yeah, for sure, we're all going. That's what the plans are.
Nice, dude.
And then besides that, just chilling. Sweet. What? So you're not sure if you're gonna go?
You know, I don't I don't think we're gonna go just because she tends to be a little jumpy around that sort of stuff. But me and my wife have talked, and we're like,
"What if you get her some?"
Yeah. So there's two parts to that. So me and my wife talked, and I think we're gonna get some fireworks that are like just local parking lot fireworks. You know what I'm talking about? Under the tent,
like the fountains.
Yeah, like fountains and stuff like that.
Safe. What the fuck is it called? It's like sane and safe or something is what they call it.
What?
We're one of those states, the Minnesotan. There's a couple of different states where it's like shit that can't launch.
Yeah, the stuff that
we only have fountains.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Makes noises and explodes on the ground. That's it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's
no rockets.
It's a something and safe. I forget what it's called, but yeah, that's what they call it. That's what you get in our state.
Oh,
where you don't get any like mortars that you get to go poop.
Right.
You can't. We can go across this, the border.
Yep.
Get that shit.
Right.
Light them off as much as you want. I've never seen anybody get pulled over. Or anybody has. No. I don't know why it's not allowed here. But it's almost like
never seen anybody.
It's almost like it just like takes, they could just be like, our hands are clean. Yeah, you blew your fingers off. We told you not to get that shit. I'm not gonna come over there and really like ruin your fun, because you went to
because we know that you went over the border there to grab them.
yeah. You drove a whole hour to Wisconsin,
right,
and then came back over here and lit them off. So we're not gonna fault you for it, but we told you. Not our fault. We told you no. So yeah,
I saw a GIF. It was so funny. I was like, "Oh God, this is for real." So it's like up close GoPro shot, like a bucket and a GoPro sitting right on top of the bucket, and the kid's got a firework in his hand, like a full explosion. Like I'll just say an M80 because that's like our go-to reference. I don't think it was that big. But he's got the lighter in his right hand. He's got the M80 in his left, and he's like, lights it, sets down the lighter, and runs away.
Oh,
so he's still got the fucking firework in his hand, and I'm like, oh, that has definitely happened too many times.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I've seen that, like those videos a lot, and I think now I think there's a couple of real ones. And it became a thing where people want to like make a joke of it.
Yeah. Right.
Like, trying to get views.
Right.
And then people will share.
Yeah.
That kind of shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, like it's happened for real. I don't know. I don't necessarily believe this particular video, but dude, that happens. It happens.
My Instagram algorithm definitely knows that I click on fucked up shit. So I've seen some like legit accidents quite a few times.
Oh no.
Like people lighting it and they're going to throw it and they don't release it in time. And then they just screaming, and you don't see the aftermath, but it didn't go well.
Right.
That dude was holding on to that bomb when it went off.
Right. Yeah, like that bomb. Yes, exactly. Well put. Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We're going to probably get some of those like little ones we can light off in the road or driveway or whatever, and see how she does. We do have like little earplugs for her. They're not full on, like they're actually rated. They have a decibel rating, like you put them in and they're supposed to be like -10 dBs or something like that.
Okay.
But then also we do have over the ear headphones.
Oh,
they're not noise canceling or anything like that. But I was thinking to myself, I'm like, I wonder if we combine the two. Like if she really freaks out, wonder if we combine the two. She doesn't really like to try things twice in a row though.
Oh, sure.
Not right away, at least. It takes some time.
Yeah.
So
no, I get it.
We got to play it safe because I would like to go. I haven't seen fireworks since so, it was the year that, Sarah was pregnant.
Okay.
So it's been more than 4 years since I've seen fireworks. And I'm like,
Yeah,
fuck,
dude.
man, I'm missing it because like that always like I love that part of the 4th of
Yeah.
July.
Hell yeah,
Just
dude.
get some day drinking in, and then as you're just riding that buzz into the like evening and fireworks.
Yeah.
Oh man, I fucking love it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, dude. That's something that I always the I always thought like doing some day drinking and being around that like would be a good time to have a couple beers and you're just watching it, get a little tipsy, get a little inebriated, you know? Like that's where I feel like, ooh, that's the sweet spot.
Yeah.
When you get it to where, you know, when you get to that point where you're like content with just kind of like looking at something.
Yeah.
You know?
Uh-huh.
Not always you're just like, you know, some days it's just nice where you're just relaxing, but you're
Right.
always thinking about doing something else.
Yep.
But you get to a certain point where you're a little bit tipsy and you're just like, no wall. It's a good looking wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're just like in the zone. Right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. Just in the zone. And it'd just be like nice to just be like,
yeah.
You know?
Uh-huh. That's what I'm talking about.
In your head, you're like, hell yeah. You just start just reminiscing and thinking about stuff that like is just silly stuff. Not necessarily silly, but like you wouldn't do sober.
Uh-huh.
You know? Just like 4 or 5 beers in, you're watching the fireworks and you just be like, this is what it's all about.
Right. Yeah. For real though. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the best.
Yep.
But
I'm always I'm always driving out of there with my parents who don't drink at all. So it's like, you know, what are you supposed to do with this?
Right.
They do have porta potties. I always have been kind of just be like, I should just have a flask.
Oh,
not like I have a problem. Just like go down there and like slam some real quick, so they're not all judgy.
Yeah,
because I don't need to be sitting here knowing that they're like watching me watch fireworks instead of watching. He's fucking look at him enjoying this too much because he's drunk.
That's funny to think about. Something new this year though, Tim, that I got a charcoal grill. I've been learning how to charcoal grill.
Hell yeah.
So I got the charcoal and getting hot dogs. That is happening.
Nice.
Like my first charcoal 4th of July. Oh, dude.
Nice.
So pumped. I always have hot dogs too. I buy into the whole thing. Hot dogs, beer, fireworks. I'm all in on it.
I'm gonna be grilling. Shout out to my sister-in-law, Heather.
Oh yeah.
Who I don't remember when it was, but like for Christmas or whatever, hooked me up with this dope Bluetooth thermometer thing. And I can go buy more attachments, but you can have 6 thermometers like on this thing and like plug them into all your different stuff. I only got 2 is what it came with, and that's all I've needed so far. That's but you can get 6,
dude.
And then it's like a Bluetooth transmitter. You got the app on your phone, you can watch them all.
Yeah.
But yeah, last week I made
that's so cool.
Yeah, last week I made bacon wrap chicken cordon bleu on the charcoal grill. Yeah, dude, they turned out perfect.
Oh shit.
Yeah. It's a good time. Just cook it indirect, you know, set up the coals on the one side where it's hot, and then the other side you don't have the direct heat. And you just cook them in there for like 25 minutes.
Yeah.
And then this dude that I watched on YouTube was just like, put them over the hot heat and we're going to sear them off. And then you just flip them every 4 minutes. Set a timer, cook them for 4 minutes, flip it, cook it for 4 minutes, flip it, and just keep going until you got an internal temperature of 165. So I just pulled that shit. He said, cook it. It worked perfect. He said, cook it to 135 internal temperature. Okay. And then start searing them off. So like it's not an exact science with the time.
Right.
And I put and because I had those two, I put one in the closer to the coals and one further away.
Okay.
Because I was like, I don't know if they'll cook the same.
Right.
And they were pretty much on point. They were both right around the same time. So I'm like, oh, that's good to know.
Yeah.
And then I was able to sear them off and temp them all out. And they were all perfectly like right at that same like 165. So they were all perfectly done and juicy, not dried out and shit. And,
right. Oh my God, dude.
Yeah, it turned out really nice.
That's fucking
to the
awesome.
Point of like where on other podcasts I've talked about how it seems like my parents don't trust me sometimes about cooking this shit.
Yeah. Oh, because this was like at the cabin with your parents?
This was at the cabin. Yeah, I made 6 of them.
Nice.
At the same time, yes. And then I didn't make the chicken cordon bleu. I bought those from the grocery store.
Sure.
Which is not hard to like stuff chicken and wrap them in bacon and stuff.
Right.
But you know, I spent a little bit extra money for somebody else to do it for me.
That's right. Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes they're just like, I don't know about, like, maybe you can try to do it this time.
Yeah.
And my mom was just like, well, maybe you guys can figure out supper. And I was like, all right, I got this. I'm doing this.
Yeah.
I'm going big. This sounds good. And I made this, and she was like, maybe you guys should buy supper all the time. And I'm just like,
shit.
What I've been trying to tell you for the past 10
You're
years.
Like, what about the turkey at Thanksgiving, Mom?
Yeah. I like lean over to my wife and I'm just like, it's like I know how to cook or something. Huh? What
the fuck? Been trying to tell him that.
I've been trying to tell everybody that I know how to do this shit. Maybe you gotta give me a little bit more fight, you know, give me a chance. Just put me in, coach. Fuck.
That's exactly where I was thinking too. I was just gonna say that. Put me in, coach.
Yeah, dude. So I definitely plan on looking at a couple of different recipes. I gotta hurry it up. We're running out of time. That's next week already, isn't it?
Yeah, when the podcast drops, dude, it's 3 days away. This drops on the 1st.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yep.
And that's Thursday, so it's not even a full week next week.
Yeah.
It's like Thursday of next week is when the 4th hits. Yeah. So yeah, dude. Oh, I'm ready. I gotta get ready.
You gotta get ready. Do you have an idea? Like, are you charcoal grilling? Is that like your plan?
Oh yeah, I'll be charcoal grilling. I might bring out my smoker too if I got it. I don't know what to do with the smoker though. I might not do that because now that I got that, now that I know how well that thermometer works, now my head is like, let's fucking make some charcoal shit. Yeah, and my dad didn't like the coals that he bought.
Oh yeah,
either. And he's like, that oak, whatever that shit is. He's like,
Royal Oak, the red bag.
Yeah, the Royal Oak, exactly.
Yeah.
And he's like, I got the good Kingsford if you want that, but he bought like Royal Oak hickory.
Oh.
So I'm like, no, this is gonna basically like smoke this chicken as I'm making it.
Okay, yeah.
This is gonna work well, and it did. It flavored it well.
Nice.
Yeah, I was pretty pumped on that, and I'm like, you know, he's trying to just be like, do you want to use the good Kingsford? And I'm like, nah, this Royal Oak, I'm finishing off the bag. You think it sucks? I'm gonna show you.
I'm gonna show you what's up.
It's gonna be all right.
Were they still the compressed cubes or?
Yeah, they're still cubes, the briquettes. I think they're a little bit.
Things.
They don't light. I've had them before too. They do like ash a little bit more than the Kingsford, and I get where he's coming from, but I think they excel not excel over like Kingsford, but I think they work really well in certain situations. And because I was doing like the indirect cooking, I didn't need it to be like super even heat.
Right.
And I knew it would be super even heat by the time I got to that point. Like these coals are going to be going real good. 25 minutes in.
Right.
Once I get these to temp out to 135.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that Bluetooth thermometer was the shit, dude. I literally just have the app pulled up on my phone as I'm playing Zelda, just like glancing over.
Yes.
Like, all right. Find a cave, and I'm just like, yeah, it was like 120. I got time.
I'm gonna go do this cave.
I need to save. I'm gonna quick get through this cave. We'll handle it.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude. I've been just collecting seeds and and finding shrines and stuff, just looking at the map and just being like, I don't got a shrine here. There's got to be one around here someplace. Do you have the shrine finder?
No. Whoa.
I forget how you get it, but it like beeps when you're getting close. It's like blink, 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 blink. And when you're going the right way, it's kind of like a hot or cold type deal.
I think I had that in Breath of the Wild, because what you're saying is super, super familiar.
Okay.
So I must have found it in Breath of the Wild. It must be like, sort of, it must be in the Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. All right.
Because that sounds super familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, I didn't even realize, like, I forgot about it until right now when we're talking.
Yeah.
So I'll have to.
That's all I've been doing.
Be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, for a couple of weeks I've been like real back into Zelda, and I'm not doing shit.
Yeah.
But running around, finding seeds.
Hell yeah.
Seeing something that looks a little off, just being like, I feel like something's weird here.
Yep.
And then
great level
figuring
design
it
in
out.
this open world where you're like,
Yeah, dude.
I do that though too. I totally, like, last time I was out grilling, we did charcoal. We did chicken legs on the charcoal for the first time.
Ooh, yeah.
And I had the Switch out there playing Zelda. Same thing.
Yeah. Chicken legs can be a little bit tricky because you can get them done to the point of like being edible and stuff.
Yep.
But if you don't cook them long enough, they can still be like cordy.
Oh.
Like they'll still be like tendons and shit.
Yeah. I overdid them, so we were cool.
Oh, really? Yeah, there you go.
I did.
Yeah, because
I made them.
You're supposed to temp them. I think it's like around like 185 or something. Whoa. Like regular chicken temps out at like 165. Yeah, you're supposed to like the chicken legs, like bone in chicken legs. You're supposed to like cook them up there because like that's when like the tendons break down or whatever.
Oh, well then I guess
so you don't have the cords.
Because we were in the 70s and I just shook it off of the thermometer and said, "We're done here."
Yeah. Yeah, I might be wrong on the temp, but yeah, that's
but no, that's something I should look at because 165 is regular chicken.
Yeah, exactly.
I've always temped out all chicken at 165.
Yep. Yeah, because that's where all the like bad bacteria is dead or whatever.
That's what kills salmonella.
Yep. But that's the same thing with like, brisket and like those meats where it's supposed to, beef temps out way cooler than chicken does to be safe. But when you're talking about like breaking it down so the fibers are like where it's that like fall off the bone or like super tender and stuff, is way hotter. I want to say like some of that brisket and stuff, you're trying to get the meat temperature up to like 200.
Holy fuck, for real?
Yeah. I think so. I might be wrong on that, but yeah, you're supposed to.
Yeah, you're just saying like there. It's much higher. You look it up before you start cooking a brisket or whatever. Yeah, you don't have it memorized.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. I don't.
But you know enough to be like, oh shit, that's right. Like I have to go and.
Yeah.
You have enough of a memory formed where you're just like, well, make a brisket. For the first time in 9 months, I'm gonna go and I gotta look it up to get that temperature because it's not normal.
Yeah. I wish I could just memorize it and it'd stick in there, but it doesn't. So, but I always have that memory of just like, oh yeah, there's something I got to do here. It's different.
Right.
So yeah, like the connective tissue where like the fibers all hold together.
Right.
At a certain point they break down and that's what makes it super tender.
Yeah.
And trust me, I have cooked it so it's not to that point. And you're like, God damn, this is tough, dude. That ain't like what they had at Famous Dave's. What the fuck did I do? And it's 100% that it's just like, oh yeah, you're supposed to,
keep
it was
going.
done. I should say like it was edible at what you cooked it to.
Right.
It was not done.
Right. There you go. Well, that's a great way to put it.
That's why they cooked it for so long because they got it to that temp and they left it at that temp.
Right.
And then that connective tissue just kept breaking down. And eventually they just had this like melt in your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, so good. That must be where burnt ends come from, because that higher temperature, and man, I would love to learn more about barbecuing so much. Like,
Yeah.
I drifted
Well,
off there for
dude,
a little bit.
it's one of those things where it's like there's a couple of hobbies that are so damn time consuming that it
Yeah.
makes it hard to do all of them at the same time.
Right.
Where like
Yep.
I really like to go fishing, so sometimes it makes it really hard to, be like, I'm going to stay on land
and
for
really learn how to barbecue. Like,
yeah,
learn how to barbecue, not just do good barbecue, but like learn it.
right.
Yeah.
Where or
Yep.
like when you're making ribs, where it's like, I'm gonna put these in and it's gonna cook for 3 hours, and then 2 hours after, like once I do the thing after 3 hours, I gotta wait for 2 hours, and then 2 hours after that, I gotta do 1 hour, and it's like,
Right.
I gotta keep doing stuff. I can't be gone for very long.
Right.
That kind of shit.
Right.
Or, yeah, it's just I get why old people are good at it.
Yeah.
Like
Get
when
into it.
when you're retired, fuck man,
And you just go, hey, you know what I'm doing today? I'm fire cooking ribs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how long does that take? All day.
All day. I'm day drinking
and
I'm cooking ribs.
Yep. And that's it. And your full focus is just in that moment, in that. And it's like, God damn, that's cool. That's fucking really cool.
Yeah, dude, for sure. That's like here in Minnesota, marijuana is legal.
Yep.
People. And yeah, I think that would be good too. Like I could see myself when I'm retired just having some mild gummies.
Yeah.
Just like getting everything set up. Or just be like, all right, I think the prep work's going to take about an hour. I'm going to eat one of these now.
Yeah.
Should kick in by the time I get all my tough shit done. And when I got to do the braining of the whole thing.
Yep.
When I, pop it, get it all done. then just chill.
And chill.
Just chill.
Right. Yeah. Fucking sweet.
Yeah.
Before we start wrapping up, I want to talk about because I mean, we're talking about the 4th of July, but we're really talking about grilling here. we got into grilling, and that's something you've got to do on the 4th, as long as it's not raining. But let's hope it doesn't rain. I use the full charcoal. I decided, hey, I'm gonna get the like charcoal in its raw form,
like the lump charcoal.
Lumps. Thank you.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So I've been cooking with that. It's pretty
I've
rad.
been seeing them. Yeah, I've been seeing them. I've been thinking about getting it. Yeah, because I think those give a good flavor too, because you're literally dealing with like, that's wood that's been burnt down to charcoal.
Well, so is the other stuff, but it's just been crushed down. Like, so
right, yeah, it's like
Kingsford is too, but it's just been crushed down and given a little adhesive and
right.
But I mean, it got turned into charcoal dust, sawdust.
Yeah, and there's some sort of like
press it together.
Yeah, there's like some sort of a binding agent.
Yeah.
That keeps it together. And like you said, the dust, you're kind of like shaking it off, and it kind of, as it burns, it kind of just like seems to like ash more almost. Like I've used the lump charcoal. It's kind of nice. It's just like solid, it holds. It's just a
I mean,
chunk.
It feels like wood. I mean, it is, but it just this chunks of wood. I get it's not as the thing is it's not as consistent as the briquettes. Like that's the thing with the briquettes is they just burn consistent. So like I'm just saying, like, I don't know, that's just the route that I went. It's going good. It feels like the chimney takes a little bit longer, and there's definitely hot spots, but they're not something I've had a super hard time controlling. Well, like
that makes sense. I guess
feel like I can just kind of spread it out and it works out okay.
Yeah, if the chunks are a little bit bigger, I suppose that makes sense. That with the chimney, it's harder to get it rolling a little bit, where the briquettes are like uniform and little. And when you get some fire underneath them, it just kind of like
go
spreads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so when
I normally...
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, I normally like turn it upside down before I'm done anyways. Because if I'm using like a full chimney of coals, normally I want them to like last a little bit anyways. So the ones that are on the very top, I think they might be lit a little bit, but they're not like really rolling.
Right.
And then when you kind of dump those out, those are started on the bottom, or maybe even not started. But like the ones on the bottom
of the chimney
lights a lot. The ones on the bottom will light. Well, I mean, once you dump them out, because you got the ones that are on the top aren't lit.
Yep.
So when you dump them out, the ones that aren't lit are on the bottom now
of the grill. Yep.
And when you pour out the lit ones, when the lit ones are on top of the unlit ones, it takes a lot longer for those to start the ones on the bottom.
Right. Yeah.
Than it does the other way around.
Goes up, so it doesn't want to go down as much. Yeah.
Yeah. But it will eventually.
It will, yeah, sure.
So it's like you kind of got that consistent like smoke and cooking, and it keeps the coals rolling, and it gets hot.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of different fun things you can do. There's like a snake method.
What?
That I've never tried before, but you can like set them up in like 4s, like all the way around the outside, and you only light like the first 4.
What?
And it'll
keep around the grill.
Yeah. And as it goes, it just keeps lighting the next ones and then the next ones. Yeah.
That's fucking wild.
I've never done it. Yeah, I've never done it, but I've never done it personally, but I've seen it done before. Huh. And I'm like, that's pretty crazy. That seems like a lot of setup, but it is pretty dope because that was like I think they were doing ribs or whatever. Because then you have like, a good long time.
Yeah, like a long,
ribs
slow
for like
burn.
6 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got it going like that where you're not cooking it super hot.
Yeah.
But you're cooking it for a really long time.
Interesting. So when you're so like on the 4th, you're going to be cooking for the fam again.
Yep.
How do you get the coals lit? Because you're using the big grill up north, right?
Yeah.
So how do you get all those coals lit?
the big grill is gone now. We just have a Kingsford up there.
Oh, okay.
Or not.
Oh, Weber.
Weber.
Oh, okay.
Weber.
I was going to say, how do you light all those fucking coals? Do you have like 3 chimneys or something?
Yeah. No, that big one my parents got rid of.
Oh, okay.
Which is fine because that one kind of sucked. That one was very hard to keep consistent.
Oh.
Had a lot of like air being able to move through it, and since we were like on a lake,
the wind
didn't take a very strong breeze to like really throw shit off.
Right, it's constantly there's a breeze coming off of the lake.
Yeah,
and what that speed is affects your temperature. Sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay,
but the Weber kettle is definitely a lot easier to dial in.
Right,
and he's got the one that has like the thermometer on the top.
Oh, nice. Grill. Like on the lid.
Yep.
Nice.
So you can see like, get it up to like 350 and you're like, all right, that's perfect.
Right.
We'll keep it right there for a while.
Yep.
Nice. So yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but a chimney, that's what I always use for the coals. I like the uniform lighting of it.
Yep.
And the fact that you're not like dousing the coals in lighter fluid.
Yeah. I don't like that smell, so I just don't. I always figure like that flavor is going to come through, and it never does. It's just been one of those things where it's just like it kind of sets me off on a bad note.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. We got a chimney right away. Like once I knew I was getting a charcoal grill, I was watching out for clearance chimneys, and I fucking found one. And not on clearance, it's still a Weber chimney, but it was like end of season, so I'm just waiting. One popped up. I'm like, snatch that motherfucker. Hell yeah. Ever since I saw you use a chimney and learn what it was, I was just like, that's the way to go.
Yeah.
That's the fucking way to go.
Hell yeah.
They're awesome.
Those things are the shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
Yes, sir. That's the consistency of it too. To be able to light them up and get all the coals rolling. Because I've done it. Like if I start some coals and they all burn, and then like I'll close the Weber kettle off, when you're done. Sometimes you have coals left over. Yeah. And then I won't fuck around with the chimney. I'll just kind of like spray the lighter fluid on that and get it going. Because most of the time, like the second try is just, cooking some hot dogs or some shit or whatever.
But, yeah. Something quick and easy, right? Like already smoked brats or something. You just warm them up.
Yeah, exactly. We're just basically putting a little bit of color on these things before we eat them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hell yeah. That's it, man. I mean, we're getting to that's time. I'm cool with that. I'm pumped for the 4th. I'm glad you get that long weekend, too, dude. That's going to be
dude.
Fucking make the best of it. It's going to be awesome.
Hell yeah. Yep. 4-day weekend. Hopefully the weather cooperates. I'm going to be swimming. I'm going to be fishing.
Yeah, dude.
I'm going to be blowing shit up.
Fucking A. Awesome.
Yeah, and grilling. Don't forget the grilling.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look at that. We just talked about it for half an hour.
Talked about it. Yep.
Yeah. Awesome. Let's see. Like, subscribe, all that shit. You say it always here at the end. You've heard it before. You've heard it 100 times. It really helps. Again, thank you to our people over on the Apple stuffs. Keeping it steady. Love it. Thank you. Share with a friend. We're not doing the Patreon thing anymore. Put a pause on it, but you will hear about that next episode. This was 444 episode about the 4th anniversary and the 4th of July.
Ooh.
I'm all done, Tim. My laugh energy from the break has worn off now, and I'm starting to get tired again. We started tired. We got amped up. We did fishing, great. Then we laughed our asses off.